Dear students, this video discusses how to find circular convolution of two sequences. So the general equation for circular convolution is given as y of n is equal to x of n circular convoluted with the next sequence h of n. So the formula can be written as summation k equal to minus infinity to infinity x of k into h of n minus k of n. Here n minus k of n denotes circularly shifting operation and minus k of n is the folding of the sequence circularly. So if you consider two sequences, that is x1 of n is equal to 1, 2, 3 and or let it be x of n is equal to 1, 2, 3. Consider two sequences, x of n is equal to 1, 2, 3 and h of n is equal to 4, 3. So the first step in finding out circular convolution is the sequence length, the total length should be the maximum of both the sequences. So here if you consider the maximum length will be equal to 3. So if the length is not equal to 3, then we should pad zeros to the sequence and make it equal to 3. So that means, so in order to make this sequence equal to 3, there is no need to pad any zeros. So that means while computing in MATLAB, you are supposed to add zeros, means that number of zeros to be added will be equal to this length minus length of xn, that is zeros. You need to add no zeros here. So 3 minus 3 equal to 0. So 0, 0 should be added. Now how many zeros should be added to h of n? So maximum is equal to, here the sequence length is equal to 2. So maximum length is equal to 3. So here we should make it equal to 3, means one more 0 should be added. So when we are writing the program in MATLAB, how many zeros are to be added? That will be equal to L minus length of h of n, that is 3 minus 2 equal to 1 0 should be added, and after that we have to try to implement using this equation. So executing the program in MATLAB, can be written like this. So like any other program, the first step is clear all, close all, then x1, enter both the sequences x1 and x2. In order to find out the length, first sequence length will be length of x1 equal to lx1, lx2 equal to length of x2. Now the total length of the sequence will be equal to maximum of both the sequences. So in MATLAB you have the command max. So max of lx1 and lx2 will give you the maximum length. Now we have to check how many zeros are to be padded. So in order to do that, use an if loop. That is, if the first sequence length is less than the maximum length, then that many zeros should be padded. Then x1 comma, how many zeros should be padded is zeros of length minus lx1. So zeros is a command which will generate zeros depending upon the value obtained here. Zeros of 1 means 1 0 will be generated. So as a row it will be added to the sequence. Otherwise to the x2 term 0 should be added. So that is zeros of length minus lx2. Now in order to implement the circular convolution, so there are two loops here, x of n and h of n, or we can consider it as x1 and x2, and the result we are storing it in y of n. So in order to initialize the result variable, first consider a for loop for n equal to 1 to length, y of n is equal to 0. This is initializing the variable where the result has to be stored. Now first step is, as we have to calculate n minus k, that is index of the second sequence. So in order to find out index of the second sequence, giving k equal to 1 to length I will be the index, so that will be equal to n minus k plus 1. This will be the equation in order to generate the index. So that should be given in the equation, because equation is h of n minus k. Also this index value has to be checked whether it is negative or not. If it is negative, it has to be made positive. So in order to do that, you have to check it using if function. If I is less than or equal to 0, then I should be made greater than that. So I should be equal to I plus length. And end the if loop. Now y of n will be given as y of n plus, the equation is x1 of k into x2 of the index term, that is n minus k. And circular convolution can be found out. Now the inbuilt function to find out circular convolution is CCONV. So the arguments will be x1, x2, comma the total length. So in the equation we have given it as LEN. So run the program. So enter the first sequence. So let the first sequence be 1, 2, 3. Second sequence be 4, 3. So the result generated is equivalent to what you have obtained using the inbuilt function. So this is how you find out using MATLAB. Now in order to find it, using the inbuilt function, using the theoretical method, that is we can use matrix method. So first sequence is 1, 2, 3 and second sequence is 4, 3. So in order to make both the same, you have to pad 0. So the total length of sequence is 3. So adding a 0 over here. So here I am solving it using the matrix method. So consider the first sequence, writing it as a matrix. So 1, 2, 3. Now next, in order to write this 3 should come on top. Then writing this 1 down. So 1, 2. Again 2 should come up. 3, 1. So multiplied with the second sequence 4, 3, 0. So once matrix multiplication is done, so 4 plus 9 plus 0. So this will be equal to 13. Next is 8 plus 3, 11. 12 plus 6, 18. So which is same as the value that is implemented or obtained using MATLAB function. So do like, share and subscribe to the channel for latest updates.